Today I'm going to be showing you how to take apart a 1995 Thinkway Buzz Lightyear. The tools you'll need is a long Phillips head screwdriver, and for some of the shorter screws it's easier to use one of these because it has more grip on it. So I've already removed the screws on this to save time for the video. There's screws that you'll need to remove from here, 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 and here. And then once you've done that, you need to remove this first. And then his legs come off. And then here you just need to remove that. And then he's apart. So on this one I've already had to fix his laser right here. So you can see the wires here snapped. I also had to replace this, which was a shrink tube. As you can see, it's working. If you want a video on specific parts and how to take apart them and how they function, let me know in the comment section. I also have other Buzz Lightyears, as I've shown in my Buzz Lightyear comparison. So if you want to see any of those taken apart, let me know also. So the trickiest part is actually to get him back together. So for that, you'll need to put the head part back in here. You just need to make sure it's in the right spot. It doesn't really click or really fit into any sort of groove. And then the globe, you'll need to get both of these. It's easier to do it when he's apart, or it is possible to put it on when he's put together, but it's harder that way. How it goes is, if you look here, you can see the way it's shaped. This part goes on the front. This part goes towards the back. So then that, you can just sort of have it sit in place. And then the arms. There is a washer on the arms, so you need to make sure those are right in front of that on the inside. It doesn't go around the plastic. So then you fit that in there. Just make sure there's no wires in the way when you put them back. You don't want to snap any of those. His head sometimes doesn't stay in the right spot when you're trying to put him back together. There. I just need to get his arm back in there. I've already done this multiple times. On my first try it took me almost an hour to actually get him back together. Yeah, his arms are tricky to actually get them to stay in the spot you want them to.
Buzz Lightyear to the rescue!
So I think the rest of this video is just going to try and be putting him back together. because it does take a while to actually get all the parts to fit. Some of the other ones are easier to put back together. This one is just sort of particularly hard.
Let me on!
There. So now that you've got him in one spot, then you just need to find the correct screws. When you've taken him apart, you'll notice there are different varieties of screws. This one came out of his waist. There's a screw hole right there. And then some of these are basically the same. I can't really tell any difference. These go in his legs and his back. Then his arms also have a different screw for the joints and then for the white plastic. So then here's where it's nice to actually have a screwdriver that's really long, because you'll need it to actually reach all the way down into the screw holes. I'll probably also be posting a video soon of how to 3D print more wing parts, because I've recently designed a 3D print to replace his wing tips. I've made a different design for his wings. I haven't actually printed them yet, so stay tuned. So now he's almost back together. And it's always wise before you get him completely back together to make sure everything's working as it should.
I am Buzz Lightyear. I come in peace.
Wing release. Some of the newer Buzzes, you can't actually take them apart. I prefer the vintage Buzzes because you can, and if they break, you can repair them normally. For instance, his wings, you can actually see there's screw holes here too, so you can actually remove these. So I've actually redesigned this part of his wing, this tip. So I'm going to be removing the old one and replacing it with a new one. Nothing's wrong with this one, I just wanted to see how it would look with a different design. I might also 3D print a light up wing joint, so this vintage Buzz can actually have wing lights. So there. Yeah, the hardest part is definitely getting all of his components on the inside, like his neck and his arms, to all stay in the same spot when you're putting him back together. So you can see the newer Buzzes, you can't actually take them apart because they have caps over all the screws. See, there's no way you can actually remove them. I've tried, but to no avail. Because if his wing lights are burnt out and I can't remove it, and I started cracking the plastic trying to take this apart. So this is the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, just let me know. Thanks. Bye.